Hello friends, in this module you will be learning about types of natural resources, human-made resources, human resources, resource conservation. Renewable resources are those resources which can be renewed very quickly. It means once you use these resources, they are available to use once again. It doesn't take much time to use. In a short span of time only you can use these resources. Non-renewable resources are those resources which cannot be used again and again. It means once or twice if you use these resources, the resources may get empty. They may be exhausted. The resources gets over with its stock. But if you want to get it back, you have to wait long period of time. You have to wait long days to get it. The examples for renewable resources and non-renewable resources are given in the chart. Now we'll learn about human-made resources. As the name suggests, the resources which are made by people, which are made by humans, are called as human-made resources. We may be depending on the nature to create more resources. The created resources are called as human-made resources. It can be used to create more wealth. Economic development may be the plan to create more and more resources. These are coming under human-made resources. Now we'll learn about human resources. Humans themselves are the ultimate resource in the nature, because all other resources are considered very important only by human. Until we people estimated these all resources, they were available in nature without any value. They all got value because we humans considered them as important. Human resources are the ultimate resources. It is the health and education made the people as their resources. Healthy, educated, motivated people develop the other resources. Human resource is also not equally distributed over the world, wherein all the education and health conditions are good. In those places, human resource has developed very much. In some of the countries, it is not developed much because of the education and health problems. People are human resource. As I told you, education and health only makes the people as the best resource. So, to develop the human resource, it is very necessary to develop the skills also. We must improve ours. Now find out in this picture whom and all you considered as resource. Now, as I told you, resources are so important. It is our prime duty to preserve them for our future. Resource conservation is one of the important concern of the world. As the world is growing, resources are used in a high manner which we have to reduce. Resource conservation, we have two methods here mentioned. One is resource conservation and the other one is sustainable development. These are the two methods to conserve our resources for present and future generations. Here is the definition of resource conservation. Using the present resources very carefully and even giving them time to get renewed is called as resource conservation. We can use the resources at present, but we should not forget these resources we need to preserve for our future generation too. So remember, reuse the resources, reduce the using resources, and recycle the resources. Reuse, reduce, and recycle. Now we'll learn about sustainable development. It means we have to balance our present need to use the resources, as well as we have to preserve them for the future development. Sustainable development occurs that time only. It is not that we are independent to use these resources. It is our duty to preserve them for the future generation as well. So here we have a picture which explains you about sustainable development. Now coming up here, we have to follow few guidelines to preserve our resources so that present and future both the generations can enjoy these resources. Here we have the list of principles of sustainable development. There are many other ways, but we must follow these principles to conserve our resources. Thank you. Now, there is an interesting question for you all. Find out the smallest country of the world. Smallest country of